so now there's a problem with poverty in America, right? And some people don't think so. A couple of years ago, the Heritage Foundation, which is a conservative think tank, released a study that listed all this stuff that poor people have, so they can't possibly be poor. And how do I know about it? Well, I was watching Bill O'Reilly, and he told me about it, and let's go to the tape.
The Conservative Heritage Foundation says that many poor American families have lots of stuff. Here now to analyze Fox Business anchor Lou Dobbs.
Yeah, and I wish the worst part about this clip was the creepy way he introduced him. You want to hear it again? Let's hear it again. Here we go.
Here now to analyze Fox Business anchor Lou Dobbs.
It's like he's calling him up to a stripper pole. Lou Dobbs, stage one, Lou Dobbs. So here's all the stuff that poor people have. You ready? Here we go.
82% have a microwave. This is 82% of American poor families.
Yeah, 82% of poor people. And they have a microwave, yet they still call themselves poor. I don't get that. I mean, how can you call yourself poor when you have the ability to warm up a Hot Pocket? Okay, they have more stuff.
78% have air conditioning.
And I'm sure they have a butler turn that on for them. More stuff.
More than one television, 65%. Cable or satellite TV, 64%. Thank God.
Amen, brother.
Isn't it funny how we can demonize the poor, yet still make money off them? Oh, it feels good. There's more stuff.
Cell phones, 55%. Personal computer, 39%. And as we said, that's a 6-year-old consumption survey, so these numbers are way up.
Oh, yeah, because you know who makes out during a recession? The poor. The poor. Lou Dobbs says they got even more stuff. Here we go, TV maybe?
Back to when we were younger, who didn't have a television set, we were poor. We didn't get a television set till I was in high school.
That's because they weren't invented till you were in high school. They didn't have penicillin till you were in college, Lou. Yeah, and if you wanted to listen to music, we had to put a bird's beak on a turntable. And these people say they're poor when they are 90 seconds away from popcorn? Lou Dobbs, we got some more stuff. What else do they have, Lou?
I have not only a microwave, but they have an oven, they have a dishwasher, they have a dryer, they
have a dryer. Folks, it's a good point Lou brings up, because often I'll wake up in the morning, walk over to my dryer and go, you know, not bad. But there's always a reason for poverty in America. Now, I always thought the reason for poverty right now in America was like the outsourcing of jobs, because corporations are giving tax incentives to actually ship jobs to third world countries to make stuff we used to make here. Maybe that's happening. Maybe because of the tax policy, we're having a two-tiered economy right now between rich and poor. We're squeezing the middle class. Is that why there's poor people? I don't know. Let's hear. Bill O'Reilly will tell you why there's poor people. Here we go.
With every poor person in America, I'd like to bring them in here. I can analyze the situation and tell you why they're poor. They drop out of school. They get addicted to alcohol or drugs. They have a mental problem, an emotional problem that's untreated. There's always a reason in this country, Mr. Salt.
Yeah, see? So if you're poor, it's not because the economy's rigged against you. It's because you have a moral failing, you prick. That's right. You know what? And actually, Bill O'Reilly, I'm going to call him right now. Let's call Bill O'Reilly. Bill, do we have Bill on the line? Bill, are you there? I think I can hear him.
Hey, good. Finally, I got you on the phone. Usually I have to leave these long messages.
Well, Bill, I just wanted to get you on the phone because you seem to be demonizing the poor on your show. And could there be anything lower than that, than making poor people, like, feel bad about being poor?
No. Okay, listen, Door Jam. Look, you got 3 kinds of people in this world.
Okay.
Rich, middle class, and yuck, get away from me. By that, I mean poor people.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Bill.
And I can break down how each of those people got there. It's very simple.
How did they get there?
Rich people are rich because they worked hard, stayed in school, and Jesus liked them. And wanted them to have stuff. Simple as that.
Okay, so Jesus favors the rich.
So then you got your middle-class people. People middle-class because they're easily satisfied, don't want a lot out of life. They're perfectly happy working 48 to 72 hours a week, 50 weeks a year, and spending 2 weeks drinking Coors Light on board a Carnival cruise. That's all they need. They don't want the responsibility that comes with being rich.
Yeah, but why are poor people poor again? I mean, tell me, what is your theory on why people are...
Well, Jimmy, we already know why poor people are poor.
Why?
But since we're here, let me lay it on you one more time. Here's an easy way for you to remember it. Poor people are poor because of one or more of what I call the 3 Ds. Druggy, dropout, or deranged. It's very simple. There's no other reason. There's no other reason.
Bill, there's a lot of
three.
there's a lot of people who work full time and are still poor. How about all the people who work at Walmart, Bill? Did you ever think about that? There's a lot of people who work at Walmart.
Well, just because you work at one of Walmart doesn't mean you're one of the 3 Ds. Druggy, dropout, or deranged. That depends on what job you have at Walmart. You pick the job, I'll tell you which one of them they have are the 3 Ds.
All right, how about cashier, Bill? Let's just do the cashier.
Cashier, druggy. You seen those folks? Always on the pot.
Okay. What about people who stock the shelves, Bill? What's their problem? They got a problem, people who stock the shelves at Walmart?
Dropout, that's a kind of job that some sort of dropout person has.
What about home and garden? I often go to the home and garden section.
Well, I'm going to go with dropout.
Okay, Bill. Who are the people who are deranged at Walmart?
They're the greeters, actually.
Okay.
Those are the people when you walk in. Those are where they put the crazies, just to let you So Walmart, they draw a line in the sand. When you're walking in there, they say, hey, you get through the deranged people first. All you got to deal with are druggies or dropouts from here on in.
Okay, Bill. You know, it was worse than I expected it to go, but it went pretty bad.
Well, that's because you wrote it.
Okay. All right, Bill. Thanks, buddy. It was good talking to you. Thanks for taking time out today.
Sayonara, fuckface.
Okay, Bill. Okay, Bill. Okay. That was Bill O'Reilly calling in. Bill O'Reilly. And that's our show. I want to thank my guest, Frank Conniff from Mystery Science Theater 3000 for helping me out in the Oh My God segment. And I thank you for watching, and thanks to our crowd for showing up and laughing when they were supposed to. I really appreciate it. Until next week, you be the best you can be, and I'll keep being me.